Rahmie, thank you so much for joining me today. You've made it 10 years. Congratulations. Happy birthday. There must be a lot that's happened in those 10 years. Can you give us a brief summary on your journey in business and some of those highlights over those 10 years?
Highlights? Opening multiple stores, and probably lowlights is closing multiple stores. I like Fitzroy. It's a really great store. Our original's not there anymore. I just actually had a conversation next door about that. It got closed at the start of COVID in Liverpool Street, and that's where it started.
Wow. And I know a few years ago I got in touch with you guys about a collaboration with Little Lon. What's happened since then as well? Are you still working with those guys?
Yeah, we still work with Little Lon, Brad at Little Lon and Lyndon. So we made Dr. Neptune's Delicious Elixir, which was a Filipino-based sort of drink with calamansi. And now we have Pangalactic Gargle Blaster. And,
That's a very interesting name as well. Tell me a bit more about that.
Well, Dr. Neptune's came from a sci-fi movie. Hitchhiker's Guide to a Galaxy is where that comes from.
You mentioned lowlights there as well, Rahmie. I'd love for you to elaborate on some of those challenges that have happened over the last 10 years.
Well, COVID was challenging, but we had Liverpool Street, and right at the start of COVID, they closed it down. And also closing Sister at Hardware Lane and moving Rice Paper Scissors across the Hardware Lane. But in doing that, we were able to open Auntie Kim's. It was a bit of a project during COVID with the staff. It was definitely a different way to build a function space. And I think we did about 6 launches for that place, and now it's running quite well.
What's changed in your business since that time? Like some major shifts that have changed in the way that you run your business?
We take bookings. We used to line up down the street, and we used to turn the tables over in an hour and a half. It's probably the biggest change completely, instead of having everyone lining up out the front at 5:30.
You've got a giveaway running at the moment. Tell us what's included, how people can enter, what that's all about, and the milestone that you're celebrating.
Well, it's through Instagram and our website, and it's for 40 people, and it's an all-inclusive function, and it's basically to give back to some lucky person that actually writes 100 words why they should get the function.
In the competition, you must have had some entries. Tell me about what's been coming through.
I think we've had over 400 entries, and they've been from like people that think they're comedians to regular customers, and also people that have been going every year that think they deserve it as well. It's a bit of a mixed bag, really.
Tell me more about some plans for the coming years. Maybe not the next 10, but something that's coming up in maybe the next 2.
Well, in 10 years, I think we have the Olympics in Brisbane. I've been telling everyone that we're going to have a restaurant in Brisbane by then. But there's a few other things on the table outside of Melbourne, maybe, or a bar. I don't know. There's a few people arguing about what is next. I think next year there'll be something special.
So no set plans? You said next year's something special? Anything that you want to share?
There's a little bit on the table, but we won't share it yet.
Cool. Thank you very much for joining me today, Rahmie.